Howdy, I'm the Chinese Zodiac Killer, arrested by the FBI Terrorist Task Force in 2022 and labeled a cannibal killer. To sum it up, as a horror author of the occult and an activist myself, I engineered the most cutting-edge, efficient publicity stunt I could possibly conceive, my original motive being to get my story told to the world in the most efficient methodology possible, resulting in mass media attention to both myself and my personal experiences, consisting of personally discovering incredible secrets of reality, such as proof of contact with my spirit guide and that we exist within a simulation, and making physical contact with a non-human entity twice, and much, much more. My original motive evolved into a series of secondary motives, one such example being that the realization that mass media attention would also bring mass media attention to my international touring metal band Penetration, and also what was at the time then evolving 8 months later into a book series beginning with what would become my first self-published book, consisting of the documented and dated experiences I had with the occult, paranormal, and supernatural, and entitled Necronomicon MMXX, and authored under my pen name A. Crowley on Amazon Books. What began as anonymously disseminating short stories and manuscripts each full moon as an occult author using horror as a theme for theatrics and entertainment eventually evolved 10 months later into a new short story called The Chinese Zodiac Killer. While strictly a story of its own, from a certain perspective, it could also likewise be seen as me faking being a serial killer with a secondary motive that had evolved into testing the FBI, law enforcement, and the government of its capabilities, tactics, and response in conjunction with the media. The true purpose of art is to conceive and produce something that has never been done before, and I did something that no author, artist, or musician, to my knowledge, has ever done. I can tell you how the FBI operated during their investigation and what many blunders they made. I can tell you likewise how much control over surveillance of the population the government really has over us in this regard. I can tell you what statements given to the press by the so-called Justice Department were true and which were fabricated. I can tell you how their interrogation process went. I can tell you how I was treated or mistreated. I can tell you how the clearly corrupt, rigged, and judicial end of the system operates. I can tell you how jail and federal prison work from the inside perspective of someone who's crawled through the belly of the beast. How the county persecutor likewise exploited and weaponized the legal system to try and railroad me, and how federal and county probation both work in conjunction with one another simultaneously, as I was on both. I can likewise tell you how the media responded and how it appeared that my story and the true nature of things were covered up by the government and my character assassinated. Now, if you're willing to have an open mind after 31 years of being deeply involved in the occult, I can even tell you some hidden secrets of reality and bring the question as to whether or not this may be why part of my true story was covered up by the government. It's been the greatest of challenges to get my story told. It's loaded with countless details, and I've been censored for years by the government. But I've posted a ton of content on my YouTube and especially my TikTok at both Chinese Zodiac Killer. So like, share, and subscribe. Tell everyone you know. Get this to go viral. And check out my international touring metal band Penetration by searching our song Metalheads Forever on YouTube, which became the anthem for the largest online heavy metal community in the world for nearly a decade now. And if you have the guts, grab a copy of Necronomicon MMXX on Amazon Books, especially now in this day and age when The Evil Dead has a new movie out. Like, share, and subscribe. Don't touch that dial. Make it go viral, bitches.